All right, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for my lateness. Had a bit of a late breakfast, might as well call it brunch. And then Denim wouldn't leave me alone. He just wanted to get petted along with Kenzo. So I apologize for my tardiness. Let's go ahead and get started with today's reading of Hunter x Hunter, shall we? Yo, peoples, Kyushu92 here. Welcome to the 16th read along. And you know what? I'm probably going to start calling everything I do as far as like reading manga and everything, especially if I'm reading it by volume. I'm just going to start calling it a read along now because read through, I thought it sounded nice over the years, but read along is, a lot more recognizable. Playthrough for a game makes more sense, but read along, it makes more sense for reading. So, in the last session we had last week, we were reading through volume 15 that saw Gon, Killua, and Biscuit making their way through the game, them still training, them getting better as Biscuit was training them. Killua goes off and finally gets his hunter license, single handedly clearing out all of the competition within the very first leg of the exam, literally knocking out and taking down everyone by himself. And since there was no more people who could take the exam, they just gave him the hunter license there on the spot. He comes back to Greed Island so he can meet up with Gon and Biscuit. And now they just start enjoying the game and they start making their way through the game, gaining all sorts of cards through trading and, fighting monsters and creatures and everything. And they are making definitive progress while in Greed Island. Another thing we find out is that the one of the members of the Card Coalition group, I call them Card Coalition, they never had a name, turns out to be the Mad Bomber who's been killing people within Greed Island. And had it not been for Abengane, who was the brother with the curls, these are going to be gone soon. The brother with the curls who had an ability that essentially was essentially an exorcist ability that allowed the bomb that was planted on him to be removed so that he wasn't brutally murdered like pretty much almost all of the people who had bombs on them. So now we find out that the bomber intends to basically gain everything the game has to offer while also constantly killing people. And now Gon, Killua, and Biscuit are aware that the bomber is a thing in the game, so they're being mindful as well as they continue on. So, as we continue with the story of Hunter x Hunter, first of all, thank you all for tuning in. If I have anyone who's of the Hunter x Hunter community and you come across this stream for the very first time, I am so welcome to have you. My knowledge of Hunter x Hunter really only goes as far as the anime, and I watched that several years ago to the point where I don't remember every single story beat that's actually happened with Hunter x Hunter. But I am grateful that you decided to grace my stream or video if you're here later with your presence and your knowledge as well, as I get reintegrated into the story of Hunter x Hunter. So, volume 16 is what we're going to be going through, and we have chapters 152 all the way to 163. So, let's go ahead and get started because we got some Borderlands to play later today because the first Bounty Pack DLC has dropped, and I can't wait to see what it all has to offer. But let's get started with chapters 152. Is it going to load for me? You know what? I probably need to exit out of all of these extra tabs that could be slowing things down. Exit out of that. Exit out of that. Okay, chapter 152, Contact. And we have a whole bunch of items everywhere, including like a whole cat. And this appears to be like extra items just around Biscuit, Gon, and Killua. And then we get Gon.
People gave us all the cards they had for our leaves. There's so much junk we couldn't fit them all. Our free slots are nearly full. Time to reorganize. We have 135 free slots between us. We should each keep 5 open. Biscuit and I will keep the duplicate specified slot cards in our binders.
Oh wait, this is Killua saying this.
Biscuit and I will keep the duplicate specified slot cards in our binders. Okay, but you keep the spell cards, Killua.
Who is saying what? Because Killua's here. I can't tell if it's Biscuit though.
Okay, but you keep the spell cards, Killua.
Hey, you should carry defensive spells too. Oh, this is going. Hey, okay, but you keep the spell cards, Killua.
Hey, you should carry defensive spells too.
I have to use them?
They're too confusing.
Yep, that's gone.
Give me a break.
Oh, wait. That's Biscuit.
I have to use them? They're too confusing. Give me a break, Biscuit. There are only 3 of them.
And now we have a list of all the cards that they have. Current specified slot cards. I guess I'm just going to go down in numerical order. Number 3, Pitcher of Eternal Water. Number 10, Golden Guidebook times 2. 11, Golden Scales. 3. It's not number 3. It's not number 3. I'm getting them wrong. No, it is. Number 3, Pitcher of Eternal Water. Number 10, Golden Guidebook times 2. Number 11, Golden Scales. Number 19, Poltergeist Pillow. Number 20, Mood Clock. Number 21, X-Ray Goggles. Number 23, Tome of 1,000 Tales. Number 24, Hypothetical TV. Number 25, Risky Dice. Number 26, Night Shift Dwarves. Number 27, Book of VIP Passes. Number 37, Fledgling Athlete. Number 38, Fledgling Artist. Number 40, Fledgling Musician. Number 41, Fledgling Pilots. A lot of fledglings in here. Number 43, Fledgling Gambler. Number 44, Fledgling Actor. Number 45, Fledgling CEO. Number 46, Gold Dust Girl. Number 47, Sleeping Girl. Number 48, Aromatherapy Girl. Number 49, Miniature Mermaid. Number 50, Miniature Dino. Number 52, Pearl Locust. 2 Pearl Locusts. Number 53, 3 King White Stag Beetles. Number 54, Millennium Butterfly. Number 55, Revenge Shop. Number 56, Perfect Memory Studio. Number 57, Hideout Realtor. Number 58, Secrets Video Rental. Secrets Video Rental? Secrets Video Rental. Number 59, Instant Foreign Language School. That would be so useful. Instant German. Just remember German from all those years ago, instant Spanish, instant Japanese, instant Korean, instant French. I need that. Number 60, Long Lost Delivery. Number 61, Vending Checkup. Number 62, Club You Rule. Number 63, Virtual Restaurant. Number 64, 2 Witches Love Potions. Number 66, Witches Diet Pills. Number 67, 2 Doyens. 2 Doyens Growth Pills. Number 68, Doyens Virility Pills. Number 69, 2 Doyens Hair Restorer. Number 70, Mad Scientist Steroids. Number 71, Mad Scientist Pheromones. Number 72, Mad Scientist Plastic Surgery. I really think you should avoid that if the person that's doing that is called a mad scientist. Number 74, Sage's Aquamarine. Number 76, Wandering Ruby. Number 79, Rainbow Diamond. Number 82, Staff of Judgment. Number 84, Paladin's Necklace. Number 86, Quiver of Frustration. Number 88, Eternal Hammer. And number 90, Memory Helmet. 51 cards, 61 including duplicates.
We've kept our distance from other players so far, but we'll need to seek them out from now on. To trade info and cards, we may have to fight some of them. We'll have to risk some danger, but there's no other way to get rare cards.
And then Biscuit.
It'll take too long to get time-dependent cards, like the monthly contest on our own, and also the ones acquired by turning in sets of other cards. We need to get them through other players.
But there are virtually no attack spell cards in circulation. I guess most people hoard them.
So, the plan is to keep getting as many cards as we can on our own, but actively negotiate with players we meet along the way.
Sounds good.
Shall we move on to another city?
Yeah! Yeah! And they just continue to move on.
Another player has cast contact on you.
And it's the bomber. Hey, This is Sesgera. You again. I have number 1 patch of forest to trade. It's rank SS and impossible to acquire otherwise. Do we have to go through this again? You can keep trying, but I'm not going to trade with you. I can throw in a clone with that too. Empty your specified slots except for Angel's Breath. Hey, I'm not an idiot. I know how to do it. We can't afford to trade with you. It's common knowledge that you guys have 92 cards already. Actually, 95, but he doesn't need to know. I bet the only cards you're missing are the ones other players are monopolizing. You might even have some of the actual items already, so you're just waiting for another team to revert them. Number 0 is likely an event item triggered once someone scores 99 cards. So in a worst-case scenario, Angel's Breath may be the last card you need. Don't play dumb. We know you have monopolies on Angel's Breath and Nightshade. Well, I want to be honest with you. We're 7 cards away from completion. Yeah? Good luck to you then. Liar, you have 95. What if I offer 1 patch of forest, 5 spirited away hollow, and 51 miniature dragon? And this catches the bomber's attention. And we'll settle for a Nightshade, not Angel's Breath. You'd get a rank SS card and 2 rank S cards for 1 rank A card. You won't get a better deal. Oh no, this is Sesgera still. You'd get a rank SS card and 2 rank S cards for 1 rank A card. You won't get a better deal. And Bomber just looks at his group. We'll need to talk it over. Alright, I'll call again in an hour. And it'll be the last time. We won't make any more concessions. And then one of his goons just goes, He's right, let's take it. It's too good to be true. What if it's a trap? Sesgera is a prudent guy. He doesn't pick fights. But he never makes a deal that doesn't benefit him. He's confident he can get all the cards before us. So he thinks he can get Angel's Breath another way. Could it be that he's gotten all 40 spell cards? It's possible. So he's waiting for us to use one of our Angel's Breaths. We got a monopoly on it by casting Clone, but we'll be forced to use one if one of us is injured. Unused items will automatically convert to cards in the order they were acquired. If he's holding the exchange voucher from trading in all 40 spell cards, his voucher will change into Angel's Breath the moment we cast Gain to use ours. But he monopolized Nightshade by acquiring each and every one. Oh wait, this is the other guy. But he monopolized Nightshade by acquiring each and every one of them. We even got the 10 extras to thwart people using the gain waiting strategy. Even if one of our cards is destroyed, one of our Jades will convert into a card first. They're well aware of our strategy, so the one that's harder for them to acquire is the rank A Nightshade, not the rank SS Angel's Breath. This is a gamble for both sides. We'll have 91 cards with the 3 he's offering. We'll gain by waiting on 4 of the 8, besides number 0 we're missing. And we know how to get 2 of the other 4. The problem is number 2 and 75. We've gone where Guidepost told us to go, but it was a total dead end. Number 2, Strip of Beach, is a rank SS card nobody's discovered, but number 75, Wild Luck Exandrite, is only rank A. We must be overlooking something. Anyway, let's take the deal. The sooner we have all S and higher cards, the better. Yeah. Luck can get us anything rank A and below. As Bomber is looking at 2 people he apparently has hostage? How many do we have left?
5 of them. Let's give it a spin.
Roll with it. And Bomber puts a die. You know, the same one that gives you a whole bunch of luck, but if you roll a bad one, something terrible, possibly even life-threatening, will happen to you. So he's using these people as guinea pigs to either get some luck boosts or for them to take the hit if it rolls on the skull. I can't wait for this guy to be brought down. Roll it. Please, no more. I can't take it. I beg you. This is only your 3rd time. It won't kill you. Roll. That's not how it works. I know a guy who died by rolling a skull on his first try. The effects of all the dice in the game are cumulative. Cumulative. That's how you say that word. Cumulative. That word has racked my brain for years. The effects of all the dice in the game are cumulative. If I roll a skull, all the good luck other players have built up in between. Ah! And then Bomber just grabs his face and goes, I don't care. Shut up and do it. Or would you rather die now? So the guy reluctantly takes the dice and goes, oh God, and then rolls it, and it rolls on a star. See? Skulls hardly ever happen. If you get the card we want, we promise we'll let you go. No, that's a lie. That's a lie. That is a lie. They're gonna kill him. They're gonna kill him. They're gonna kill him. Oh, that dude's gonna die.
If you get the card we want, we promise we'll let you go.
Please, don't let me down. Lottery on! And then a light just shines in his hands and a card goes flying. Give me that.
What did he get?
Oh. And they got Roaming Ruby, card number 76. The owner of this ruby will gain immense wealth, but will never be able to remain in the same place for more than a week. Ah, so close! One number off, how unlucky. One number off, how unlucky could you be?
One more time.
Come on, time to show him who's the man. And then time passes, and apparently it still doesn't go well, but the guy is still alive. Oh well, that didn't work. We have to buy more spell cards. There's one thing I'm concerned about. One team's been rapidly acquiring cards in the last couple of weeks. 3 kids, 2 boys and a girl. Oh, they're talking about going Killua and Biscuit. Y'all don't want to mess with them. Ooh, please mess. No, please mess with them. Please mess with them. Please mess with them. I'm sorry. 3 kids, 2 boys and a girl.
No, the ones we passed in Masadora?
How many cards do they have now? About 50 so far. They're about 20th in rank. It's their pace that worries me. Do they have anything valuable? No. I checked with clairvoyance, mostly B's and A's. Then who cares? They'll probably get stuck at around 65. They'll probably get stuck at around 65. The ones we have to watch out for are Sesgeras, Tokarones? Yeah, Tokarones, and Hagakushi's team, and the Bellum brothers. Finks and Phaeton have few cards, but they're uncommonly belligerent. People are coming up against brick walls. Who knows what they'll try? Want to strike first? It's too early. Combat should be our last resort. I mean, this is the step before full-blown combat.
We'd burn all bridges to be sure. It'll be dangerous, and it might not even work.
What do we do? Use the tax collector's gauntlet. and the risky dice. So, Tax Collector's Gauntlet says, grants you the ability to cast Levy. However, it will destroy one random specified slot card from your binder every time. You cannot cast it if your specified slots are empty. We use the Tax Collector's Gauntlet and the risky dice. True, we'd be able to take 8 cards at once, and they'll probably be good ones. But it's dangerous. You'll likely die if you roll a skull. Yet it's too important to entrust the slaves with it. They literally got 2 people who are just straight up slaves. Just straight up slaves! I gotta sit upright. We'll do it. We've come this far. We'll go all the way. And then Bomber just messes with his glasses, swipes the dice. Give me the dice. Gen, what are you doing? And then Gen just throws it. His name is Bomber. I just forgot his actual name from last week. Gen takes the dice and he tosses it himself. Like I keep telling you, we share all risks equally. And then it just bounces and it rolls on a star. Whew. Yikes, why do all that? Why do that at all? At 5%, it's barely any risk. Piece of cake, it'll work. Yeah.
Another player has cast contact on you.
It says Gera again. What do you say? Oh, an hour has passed already? You can never tell the passage of time when it comes to a manga. You really can, unless they tell you how much time has passed. But it's been an hour already. It says Gera. It says Gera again. What do you say? Okay, we have a deal. Okay, we have a deal. I don't know why my my voice doesn't want to be extra gravelly today. Might have been something I ate or drank. But that's the end of chapter 152. Onwards to 153. Chapter 153, success! And we get Gen and his team, you know, the Bomber and his dudes, standing there. And he goes, it's them. And multiple people walk up, and it says Gera's group. Let's not waste any time, shall we? And then they start trading. It's Gen talking directly to Sesgera, and they start preparing to trade. Okay, that's it then. No, hold on. And then Sesgera's group gets alerted. I don't like it. This trade isn't fair. Say what? What are you saying? Why are you saying this now? We gave you 3 cards. What more do you want? And then one of his own guys, they're actually secretly making their way behind the other group because the people that are standing with Gen are apparently not real because his own dudes are underground sneaking up behind them. Hold your horses. That's not what I meant. It's not fair to you. This trade is far too favorable to us. It feels like we're being given a handout, and I don't like it. I can't be happy if we clear the game first after taking such a free lunch. And both of his friends have risky dice. So I have a proposal. And they just toss him right behind all these people. I have a proposal. One of these cards is worthless, but the other is Angel's Breath. You have a fair chance. Pick the right or the left. And when the other guys roll their dice, they both land on stars. And they both go, like, good. Go! And they just take off right past Sesgera and the rest of them. And while they're moving, and Gen is smiling, Sesgera's confused, and then both the guys go, Levy, on! And when they run past them, they straight up just steal some of their cards. What? Return on Tamasadora, and they just take off. Let's go after them. Wait, let's go after them. Wait, check your binders first. And they check their binders, and they are missing some cards.
Darn. They broke our monopoly on 80. Levitation Stone. They also took 65, which is Rejuvenation Potion. And you guys?
So first guy with Sesgeta goes, 42, fledgling novelist, and 53, King White Stag Beetle. Both duplicates. And then the dark-skinned brother, mine too, 29, pre-order vouchers, and 24, hypothetical TV. And then the other dude with long sideburns that looks eerily similar to the guy who got killed by the Phantom Troop during the auction.
They took 2 of 85, Martyr Armor, one of our monopolies. All specified slot cards. They must have used the risky dice. They broke both our monopolies.
And then Sesgeta looks at the two people that were supposed to be walking with Gen, and it turns out that they're both the two slaves that they were using earlier.
We didn't do it! They forced us into this!
They used an item to make us look like them!
We should go after them. Using a company. No.
Why not?
Hey. He's getting through the bomber.
Huh?
I don't know. Oh, the guy who got caught with me, Gentru blew his head off. Remember the time a large number of players died all at once? Gentru used to work with them. He brought up the topic of the bomber when we met a while ago. His segue was a bit awkward, so I've been suspicious ever since. Those deaths were a nail in the coffin. Gentru is the bomber.
What a way to come to that conclusion so quickly.
He must have talked about it because it's related to his ability activation. He clearly chose this ability to kill people. He means business. It's not a good idea to confront him directly.
But he took at least 5 cards he needed from us. What if he's now got the full set?
List on. Number 2.
The current number of players with number 2 Strip of Beach is 0. Total number of cards, 0.
We're still safe. They haven't found number 2 yet. What we should do now is find number 2 before they do.
If we can get a monopoly with Clone and Mimic, we'll still have the advantage.
And when we still have our exchange voucher. Let's go find the Strip of Beach. The company! On to Sofrab! And then they all just take off to Sofrab. Then we cut to a different location with Gentru and his guys.
We did it!
The risky dice plus levy combo worked well. Now we have 93 cards. No, 92. We reverted one. Breaking their monopolies was a big deal. We're waiting for Hagakushi and Tokarone to revert 2 of the remaining 7.
And we reverted Mad Scientist Plastic Surgery.
That was so slurred, I'm sorry.
And we reverted Mad Scientist Plastic Surgery, but we can get it again.
The biggest obstacle will be number 2. Let's take it step by step. Mad Scientist Plastic Surgery first. Then number 21, X-ray goggles, and number 5, Tree of Plenty. Once that's done, we'll go after 2, Strip of Beach. We can take 75 Wild Luck Exandrite from someone who has it. We should decide soon the 3 cards to take back and how to spend the money.
And then it cuts to Gon, who has a card in his hand. And someone was trying to trade with him, and it changes.
Hey! This is no good. This was made with fake.
Sorry, wrong one. This is the real number 30, Favor Cushion.
So this dude just tried to use a fake on Gon, but it wound up being fake. And he found out about it.
They're such swindlers. That necklace is so useful.
And then Gon is looking through his book.
Say, this necklace lifts the curse on things I touch, right? Curses on cards, yeah. Oh, maybe it won't work then. Hmm? What are you thinking of?
I was wondering if those sick villagers were cursed.
Who? Oh, those ninja who took everything you had.
But they're not cards.
It's worth giving it a try.
And then we go right back to the ninja village where they basically took everything they had.
Will you trust us and put your lives in our hands?
And the ninja just goes, "You gave us everything and asked for nothing in return. We'll trust you." And then they all turn into cards. And Gon gets one, and it's sick villagers, healthy villagers, and other villagers going,
We've been cured!
"Thank you. Here, take this."
It worked!
And the card they get is Wild Luck Exandrite.
Wild Luck Exandrite is ours!
Wild Luck Exandrite. Its owner will get to have once-in-a-lifetime experiences, though you cannot choose whether they're for better or for worse. And that is the end of chapter 153. Onwards to chapter 154. Chapter 154, Common Cause. And they put Wild Luck Exandrite in their binder.
Now we have 55 cards. They're all A's and B's, though.
But we're out of guidepost and analysis.
I wish we had a God's eye.
And then the book opens to the black section, and it goes,
Another player has cast contact on you. Oh, who is it?
and it's someone going, "Hey,
This is Kazule. This is Kazule.
it says Kazule? I can't tell."
Hey, this is Kazule. We have 23 Tome of 1,000 Tales and 52 Pearl Locusts to trade.
Oh, this is going,
We have 23 Tome of 1,000 Tales and 52 Pearl Locusts to trade.
Thanks, but that can wait. Want to meet up to talk?
About what?
There's a group that's close to clearing the game.
and this gets everyone's attention.
It's a 3-man team. Genthru is their leader. You know them?
Yeah?
We've called out to others and we're gathering 2 kilometers northeast of Macedora. I think it'll be worth it to at least exchange information.
And then it's nighttime, and they all meet up in the canyon.
Thanks for coming.
And there's so many people. We get Team Asta, we get Goreinu, we get Team Yabibi, we get Team Hanze, we get Gon, Killua, and Biscuit, and then we get Team Kazule. Or it's Kazsule. I can't see if it's Kazule or Kasule or Kasul or Kazul. I can't tell how to pronounce his name! But his team is here. I'm just going to say that.
Like I told you, Genthru's team is close to completion. We just confirmed the rankings and they have 96 cards. We need to come up with a strategy, and now.
And then Killua.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
How do you find out the rankings?
Well,
You don't even know that? Oh, it's a woman going,
You don't even know that?
They're wasting our time. Just stick to the main issue.
now. Information exchange is one of our goals, too. They might know something you don't.
Yeah, right. They haven't even figured out how to use the trade shops.
You can ask a trade shop the rankings of who has the most cards. They only tell you the numbers of cards, but pay extra and they'll tell you which cards people have.
Even if you learn the names of new players this way, you still have to meet them to cast contact or fluoroscopy. Do you feel a little smarter now, kid? As long as you know who constitutes a team, you can figure out how many they have. We know Genthru is working with Sub and Bara.
though Genthru is holding all 96 cards and the other 2 are holding duplicates. Anyway, they're only 4 cards away.
These 4 are number 0, number 2, number 9, and number 75.
And Gon and Killua are looking at each other.
The theory is that number 0 is an event card activated after someone gets 99 cards, so in reality they have 3 left. We need to monopolize one of these before they get to it and prevent them from winning.
How about inundating them with spells? Like what?
Oh, wait.
Like what?
By having a fortress and 11 clones or mimics.
They already have Paladin's necklace, so we could only attack with Levy. But even that's ineffective under some conditions.
Oh, wait, sorry, I'm reading it wrong.
How about inundating them with spells?
They already have Paladin's necklace, so we could only attack with Levy. But even that's ineffective under some conditions.
Like what?
And that's gone.
By having a fortress and 11 clones or mimics.
Not even Levy affix a page protected by Fortress, so all spells are useless if they have every page protected. We thought Gentruz was risking standing out in the rankings because he's protected all his pages with Fortress.
I could see that. Yeah.
The Alliance was collecting a lot of spell cards. It's not that hard to fulfill this condition with time.
We could take them by force.
Are you volunteering yourself? We don't know what abilities they have. It would be an insane venture unless you were some kind of battle-crazy maniac. The most realistic way is to monopolize a card. Any objections?
And then it's quiet. Then we get Kaz. I'm just gonna call him Kaz. Kaz goes,
Since we have a common cause, I'd like all of us to work together.
I'm in favor of the plan, but I don't approve of these members.
and she's pointing directly towards Gon and Killua. Killua being bothered by her words.
Hold on, Asta. All 6 teams here satisfy the prerequisite that they hold more than 50 cards, just as you insisted at the outset.
And they have to foster a mutually beneficial relationship. I can't imagine these kids could offer anything useful to us.
You're the ones burning the bridges.
Oh, so you're a big talker at least. Let's see some proof that you have something. We know Gentru's ability.
And that shocks everyone because they know his ability.
We also have one of the cards they don't. You still got a problem?
Nope. Sounds good. Tell us his ability.
What about you?
Huh?
Show us proof you're going to be useful for us.
We have 71 cards, way more than you. We'll give you a rank A card in exchange. Is that good enough?
No, it's not. We can get rank A cards on our own. 2 rank S cards or equivalent information. Or else we won't tell you a thing.
Tch, don't press your luck, brat. You hear that? It's outrageous! They're planning to take 10 rank S cards from us.
That's just what we charge you.
What?
The other 4 teams can decide for themselves what they want to give to us in return. But I won't give it to you for anything less than what I said.
You're dwelling on that argument?
Stop it, you two. We have to work together.
We haven't decided that yet.
They're both arguing with each other, Asta and Killua.
Asta, just give them the cards.
Let's get the ball rolling. It's not that I'm being stingy. He's picking a fight with me.
You started it! Let's bail. Why do we want to work with them?
I know how you feel.
And that's Biscuit. Then Gon goes,
The situation being what it is, we got the information for free while you were gone.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
We just don't want Gentru to clear the game first.
Uh,
and then they get cards in exchange. They get Pregnancy Stones and Shield of Faith.
Gentru's abilities are Countdown and Little Flower. They both blow you up, and so you should stay away from him. He got me that time we met.
He touched me too.
And mind you, Asta is saying that Gentru touched her and said something about the bombs.
We have a few hits.
way to get more cards.
What can be done? Is there a way to undo it? Yeah, you say I caught the bomber while touching him.
Idiot! Shh! We could have extorted more cards!
I don't want another fight.
He literally just gave them the information away for free without using the opportunity to gain more cards. Oh, that's gone. That's gone.
I don't want another fight. The timer's activated after Genthru explains his ability. You should be safe as long as you stay away from him. Did you know there are 2 ways to cast spells? Saying it out loud and putting it in the last... Saying it out loud and putting it in the last page of your binder.
Yeah, we know.
Once you speak, the spell counts as having been used. But in the binder, you can cancel it. You can cancel out.
Huh?
If you put fluoroscopy in the binder, for example, once you speak, the spell counts as having been used. Having been used, but in the binder, you can cancel out.
Huh?
If you put fluoroscopy in the binder, for example, the list of players you've met comes up on the screen. Take the card out without hitting enter. Then the spell doesn't get cast and you can see the list of players over and over with a single card.
Oh, we haven't tried.
Yup. And you can buy all the rank B cards at trade shops.
For real?
Shop more than 50 times at the same shop, you'll be their best customer and they'll bring it up.
And this is news to Biscuit, Gon, and Killua.
That's how you get the monthly prizes.
That's how you get the monthly prizes.
That simplifies things. Do you have a duplicate X-ray goggles? Yeah. They'll make getting 77 Beauty Magnet Emeralds at 8 Wonder Pond easier. They're both rank S cards. Is that fair payment enough for what you offered us? We could throw in another card. Oh, no, that's enough, thanks.
Gon!
And it's both Killua and Biscuit like, Gon, you are literally wasting this opportunity.
Take what they offer! Are you crazy?
Come on, we got our info for free.
Okay, our turn. You'll often have to revert a card to an item to acquire rank S cards. I'll give you examples.
And then as time passes, the rest of the team with Kaz, it just explains things to Killua and everyone else.
So, there you go.
Thanks, it was great help.
Now for the nitty-gritty. Which of the 3 cards should we monopolize?
Oh wait, now for the nitty-gritty. Which of the 3 cards should we monopolize? We have 75 Wild Luck Exandrite, but I don't think it's practical to monopolize it. You can only get 1 per team, and the limit is 20. Too many for a monopoly.
You have number 75? You guys are awesome!
How'd you find it?
We'll give you 3 rank S cards!
That's enough, do that later! It's impossible to get 19 clones in a short time.
And what if someone else has number 75 already?
Oh yeah, better check. List on! Number 75! 5 other people have it. That's no good.
That's no good.
List on! Number 9.
List on! Number 2.
Guidepost on, number 2.
Number 9, Tree of Plenty is... Oh wait, yeah, Tree of Plenty is... sorry, I'm reading it wrong.
List on, number 9. List on, number 2.
Number 9, Tree of Plenty is no good. 3 people have it already.
Number 2 is... it can work!
Guidepost on, number 2. I found out where it is. It is in Sofrob. In Sofrobi.
Sofrobi? It said it was Sofrob in the last chapter, and now it adds an I on the end? It wasn't Sofrobi!
I found out where it is. It's in Sufrabi.
Oh, we've been there before. Anyone having a company?
We do.
Okay, let's go.
And then everyone just shoots over to Sofrobi. And that's the end of chapter 154. Onwards to chapter 155. Chapter 155, The Captain and His 14 Devils. And then we get to Sofrobi.
We're here.
So this is Sofrobi.
And it's this giant multi-level town with just houses on top of houses just stretched out as far as the eye can see.
It's a pretty big town. Now for the legwork. Before we get started, you all know the plan?
And they're on the beach, and he just draws, Kaz just draws this out.
Let's go over the usual steps for acquiring rank SS items. 1. Ask around about the strip of beach. 2. NPCs offer information in exchange for a task. 3. Is information genuine? If no, then go back to step 1. If yes, fulfill mini quest and acquire item. Let's meet up to regroup when we reach step 2. Most informants stay in the same spot, so keep that in mind.
And then everyone splits to gather information. And we have Killua and Gon.
The place is pretty crowded. Let's start asking. We'll move systemically from the edge of town. Some NPCs don't give out crucial information until after several tries. This might take several weeks, so don't expect much.
Okay!
And they start asking around. Hey, they found someone.
Already?
Stop looking for the strip of beach. You're asking to get killed.
And it's an old-looking NPC.
Tell us if you know anything. I don't know. It's safer to stay ignorant. I only know what it's called. Anyone who finds out more ends up dead.
We found another one over there.
That's a lot. But nobody's offering anything useful.
Odd. We checked a few months ago and we didn't get any clues.
Maybe it can only be triggered at this time of year.
Maybe. Let's keep asking around.
And then we get a woman who's speaking.
Maybe you guys could help us.
And it's this woman just sitting off on this what appears to be like a food stall.
Tell us more.
Pirates run this town. They say somewhere under these waters is a cave called Poseidon's Cavern. The strip of beach is its entrance. A few years ago, 15 pirates came to this town because they heard the legend that the cave holds great treasure. Razor and his 14 devils.
Oh, Razor, as in one of the admins of Greed Island.
The fishermen were tortured and killed. Everyone who might have known about the strip of beach. If you drive them out of town, I'll tell you where it is. Oh wait, everyone who might have known about the strip of beach, including my father and brother.
Yo, Ravi, welcome back. We are currently on chapter 155. I had to step away, but don't worry, that part will be cut out for the future so everything can be seamless.
The fishermen were tortured and killed. Everyone who might have known about the strip of beach, including my father and brother. If you drive them out of town, I'll tell you where it is. My brother told me before he died.
It's almost scary how it's working out.
It is weird. That girl wouldn't even talk to us before.
Razor and the 14 devils. Maybe the event trigger was the number of players.
Huh?
15 pirates, and coincidentally there are 15 of us, too.
The event doesn't trigger without a party of 15.
But how would NPCs know that?
A company.
A company?
Yes.
Whoa! Cast a company on a group of 15 or more people to come here. That was probably the trigger.
No wonder nobody could find anything before. We must be the first group to get this far. Pretty cruel.
What?
Never mind.
And Killer was just looking at the guy who said it was pretty cruel. And then Kaz speaks to the lady NPC and goes,
Tell us where these pirates are.
And then we cut to a different location, and doors open into what appears to be this tavern just filled with absolutely filled with booze, and multiple people with, either pointy, curly shoes or no shoes just drinking. As the door opens, and it's everyone who has cards. And then we get a very large dude with like a Harley Quinn hat on, because everyone has that hat. They all have that sort of Harley Quinn-like hat with the palms on the end. And he stands up.
Who are you? This is a private party today.
You mean every day? We've come to talk. Could you leave this town?
We haven't heard that in a while.
Everyone who suggested that before turned into fish food.
I could squash you right now, but...
And The big guy finishes drinking and walks over to Kaz.
Only our captain gets to decide. Don't bother talking. Force us out.
And dude takes the booze and starts pouring it around him in a circle. And then he lights it on fire. And then he does the sumo squat. You know, the one where you get down on the tips of your feet and squat. And he doesn't slap his side. He doesn't slap his side, but he just squats and goes,
If you can force me outside this ring, I'll let you see the boss.
and that's the end of chapter 155. Onwards to 156. We're making good time. We are getting closer and closer to the halfway mark of this series. When we get to chapter 200, I will have been halfway through the story of Hunter x Hunter. Chapter 156, Face Off, Part 1.
The match begins when you step over the fire. You can gang up on me too. If you can force me out, I'll let you see our captain.
Just force him out, huh? Zeo? I'm an enhancer, perfect for the job.
And then Zeo starts enhancing his body, and he gains a muscle vein on his head, a muscle vein across his arms, and then apparently another panel where he gets even more muscle veins across his entire head and his neck, and then all over both of his arms. And Killua's looking at him. And Killua can tell.
He's no good. Out of practice. He took way too long for that paltry Ren.
Mind you, both Killua and Gon have been trained by one of the best teachers for Nen, so they can tell when someone is lacking.
He took way too long for that paltry Nen.
Ha! And Zeo just runs into the guy and he doesn't move. Doesn't even make the guy lean backwards. He's just like, the dude's just standing there like a brick wall.
You got some muscle.
I bet Zeo, I could beat Zeo without Nen.
And then the big guy grabs Zeo and just starts, just puts him in a bear hug, lifts him up, and starts making his way over to the ring of fire he created.
Yeah, let go.
And then he starts keeping his feet over the fire, causing his feet to burn.
Ah! Stop! Let me go!
I lose! You win! And then the big guy licks his lips before he gets kicked in the face by Gon. And then Zeo lands on the ground. And starts tending to his foot. No! And then we get the big guy who now has a bruise on his cheek because of Gon.
He said he lost, so let him go!
You lose by stepping out. Otherwise, no amount of pleading counts as a loss.
He said he lost, so let him go!
You lose by stepping out. Otherwise, no amount of pleading counts as a loss. And you came over the flames, kicked me, and jumped out. You lose too.
Oh, shoot. Wait, let me start over.
I don't mind, kid. I'll even give you a handicap. I'll stay right here by the edge.
Gon, don't! Why not? He's even taunting me! It's not a good idea to use your move. Huh? You don't show it off in front of a crowd. You give away its features and weaknesses. But nobody else but us will be able to beat him. Biscuit's playing girly girl. Ah, he's scary.
So Biscuit's not going to do it.
Leave it to me.
And then Killua walks up to the big guy.
Now what? If you can't take the heat, leave!
And then Killua walks up.
Hey, mister, I'm pretty tough. What do you think?
I'm ready for you. In fact, I'll let you win if you can move me one step.
And then Killua starts walking towards the ring, but then he starts walking towards the outside of it and walks past the guy. And then he goes up to another one of the pirates.
Do you work here?
Do I look like I do? The block keeps taking the nap. And taking a nap is, in quotes, more than likely the barkeep is dead.
Okay, we can pay for this later.
And then Killua takes off the cap of this big old drink.
Don't you do it, Brett.
And then the guy starts using Nen, but then all of a sudden Killua is no longer standing at the bar, but he's directly on this guy's back, pouring alcohol all over his body.
Yeah.
And then Killua just puts his fingers together. Remember, his his way of using Nen is literally charging up electricity, and he sparks it between his fingers and causes the whole guy, his whole head to just be set on fire.
Yeah.
And he starts moving and screaming because his whole head is on fire. And then the other pirates are all like,
Bo-po-bo!
Bo-po-bo.
Bo-po-bo! Bo-po-bo! Stay back! It's not over yet.
And this is Killua.
He claimed he loses if he takes one step, but it won't count until he's outside the ring. It won't count until he's outside the ring, right?
And so Bo-po-bo, it makes me want to say Bo-bo-bo. Who remembers Bo-bo-bo-bo-bo-bo-bo? Who remembers the English dub of that show? Sorry, weird diversion. Weird detraction there. But Bo-po-bo rolls out of the ring immediately. And then the other pirates just start putting his face out.
Put it out! There, I win.
Then Bo-po-bo gets up. We don't see his face. And then he turns towards Killua. Mad, seeing red with veins all over his face, going,
Yo, Brett!
And then we get Killua going,
Oh, brother.
and then we get another pirate who comes in and basically kicks Bo-po-bo in the face.
You gave your word.
And he hit him so hard that the guy goes flying.
You gave your word. Don't blow your top.
Yeah, sorry.
Follow me. I'll take you to the boss. And so we go to a completely different location. It looks like almost like a half lighthouse, half observatory. I was right. It literally says, he literally goes,
It's a lighthouse converted into a fortress. They used to spot smugglers from here.
Yeah, I'll kill you. Remember that.
as the big guy is just... That was weird. It went gray.
I'll kill you. Remember that.
And Killer was just looking at the big guy going,
Oh?
because he's not even bothered. But as they're walking, they get into what looks to be like this giant gymnasium. And we see Razor just casually working out. And everyone is looking at all 15 of the players who are there. And then Razor speaks up. Who are they?
Yeah.
Guests. They want us out of here.
Oh? Okay, let's have a contest. Best of 15. Each person can win 1 point. The first team to 8 points is the victor. We'll decide what we play. If you win, we'll leave the island. Sound good? And then the one guy who's like a bit wary before they got started on this, he speaks up.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
What happens if we lose?
Not a thing. You'll leave the premises. And then everyone's all like, doesn't seem that bad to me.
We'll take you on.
All right. This will be an athletics contest. Each of us will challenge you with our best sport.
Yeah. You fight me. You fight me, Brad. Sumo, over here.
Not yet.
What?
Let's save the best for last. Hopefully after our side is 1-7.
And then the other guy is going, the one that kicked him goes,
Now, cool off. I go first. My sport is boxing. Who wants to take me on?
and this is, I don't think this isn't the same person that kicked him earlier. No, it's not the same person, because This pirate has like a short sleeve.
I go first. My sport is boxing. Who wants to take me on?
And we just got like a boxing ring that's here. And then Razor speaks. Each person can only play one match, by the way. A single person can't score multiple points. And then Kaz speaks up.
Just to be sure, we can use Nen, right?
Of course, 'cause we sure will.
And then we have one of the members of the group comes in going,
All right, I'll go.
and that's the end of chapter 156. Onwards to 157. I still think we're making pretty good time, as is. Because we go all the way to 163. We're at 157 right now. So that would be, what, 6 more chapters? Yeah, we still got a ways to go. Let's keep going. Chapter 157, Face Off Part 2. And we get the boxing pirate.
You know the rules of boxing?
Knock the other guy out, right?
We're using special rules. Nen conjured objects are allowed.
Say what? Then conjured guns are okay? That's not boxing. Don't worry, I'll fight with my fists. The rules there more to benefit you. Or do you want to swap out?
No, I'll do it.
3 minutes per round, no point system. We keep going indefinitely until someone gets a KO. Fight! And then we get the boxing dude, not the boxing pirate, but the other card boxer. I'm going to call the people who are part of the big main group, the card, whatever sport they're in, while I'm going to mention the pirates as just what they are and what they're doing for the sport. So we got card boxer going,
I have an idea why you picked boxing.
and he starts punching towards the pirate. And the pirate moves his head out of the way, but it gets grazed by what appears to be like a slight Nen blast from his fists.
Almost got you. You were able to react quickly because you expected it. I bet you're an emitter too, aren't you? We're confined to a limited area, yet we can keep our distance. There's nothing more convenient for an emitter.
But you made one oversight.
But you made one oversight. There's someone better than you, namely me!
Rapid fire! He can't dodge them all.
And boxing pirate gets punched all over his body. And then he gets knocked down to the ground.
He's down! Easy win!
And then Gon goes,
No, it's a draw. Huh?
and after that happened, the same dude that said all this whole spiel, saying like, we're both emitters, he's already bleeding from the lip, and his eyes are rolling up in his head, and he falls over too.
Ugh.
Both down. 1, 2.
Why?
What in the world happened?
Hup. Can you keep going? 7, 8,
Of course.
9, 10. KO! And Card Boxer is just flat out done. Shocking everyone on the card team. That's one for us. And the Pirates are just laughing.
I am an emitter, but I made no oversight.
Hey, what went wrong? Do you know?
And he's talking, and Kaz is talking to Killua. Well, Killua going, hold on. I am back, everyone. Sorry for the long wait. I had to clean up a mess. Colin, love your read-throughs. Do you do voice acting outside of my channel? Nah, not yet. Not yet, but one day I would like to. So let's get back to it. Took a little bit longer than expected. So this whole long period, that'll be cut out. That'll be cut out so that way we can just continue on with the chapter on 157 right now. But no, I haven't done voice acting out. Well, actually I have. I've done 2 projects for people. 20 minutes on the dot. Has it really been that long since I was outside? But back to Killua. Kaz says,
Hey, what went wrong? Do you know?
These guys are hopeless. He teleported.
Teleported?
Someone figured it out. Just the short uppercut fist.
And when the card boxer was throwing all of those punches forward, it shows the guy do just the uppercut fist, and then his fist teleports from where he was all the way over to where Kaz was. And it wound up hitting him in the face in an instant, and then his fist went back to his arm.
Lose the battle to win the war. Zayo's punches were relatively weak jabs. Meanwhile, his opponent...
How did I forget his name was Zayo that quickly?
Zayo's punches were relatively weak jabs. Meanwhile, his opponent was planning a counterpunch all along. And he throws a brain-jarring uppercut, a direct hit on an unsuspecting chin. The outcome is obvious.
And then it just shows that one pirate just off by himself, just chilling in the corner with Razor. And he's just smiling. And then we get another pirate who has a soccer ball. I'm up next. My sport is soccer juggling.
Gon, Biscuit. You're right. That would be wise.
And then Biscuit goes next.
I'll go next.
A girl? Guess I'll have to be careful not to hurt you.
Hurt me?
Here are the rules. The one who juggles their ball longest wins. Attacking with or without Nen is allowed. No touching the ball with your hands. The entire room is our field. You lose when your ball hits the ground. You can't let the ball hit your allies either.
All right.
Okay, let's begin. Ready? Go! And Biscuit tries to hit the ball with her foot, but it just drops to the ground immediately.
Oops. It's harder than I thought. I lose.
And then the other pirates are kind of, like, dumbfounded. Then we get Killua.
I'm next. Wanna go at it?
You think? You gotta get it!
And we're going back to the sumo ring again.
Are the rules the same?
Yeah, you lose when a part of your body touches outside this ring. Weapons are allowed, Nen or not. Shoes off! Unlike regular sumo, your body must touch outside the ring. We keep going no matter how many times you get slammed to the ground.
And then it cuts to Razor, who's just watching everybody. Huh. I think I know what they're trying to do. And we cut to the scoreboard. We cut to the scoreboard that has like a cat on there for some reason while they continue the whole tournament. We have 8 points. We win. And then the Pirates, they won. Huh? Wait, what? Did I miss something? Did I miss something? The Pirates won. We win. Hold on.
We have 8 points. We win. Get out of here. We'll keep doing as we please.
You get back here, you chicken! You lost on purpose!
And the big guy is looking directly at Killua.
Don't worry. I'll be back.
And Razor's thinking, those kids made a good call. They gathered as much information as they could. They changed their strategy once they realized their current party was incapable of winning. They'll be back, all right, with more powerful allies next time. And they all leave, with Kaz being the first to speak up. So, you can't retry the quest with this same exact party again?
That's a reasonable risk.
Well, only one member needs to be different, so it's not a big deal.
We're dropping out, though.
What?
We fulfilled our original goal to prevent the bomber from winning. There's no way they can get 15 allies together.
You should stay
away from this quest, too. If you get the card, they'll come after you. It's easier for them.
And then everyone is silent and agrees with Asta. That's true. Then we have Gon, Killua, and Biscuit. And everyone is saying their goodbyes, and they just use like they just use like either their company or their whatever card they use in order to go to with a team. It's probably like their own companies, and they head off. And it's just Gon, Killua, Biscuit, and the one guy who was wary from the get-go.
What about you?
Same as you. Look for stronger allies. You want to keep going, right? Why else would you change strategies? The others had it wrong. It's better for us to acquire the card as soon as possible.
To reduce the chances of infighting.
Yup.
Huh? We need 15 allies, but with the card's conversion limit, we can only clone 3. This quest is loaded with potential for conflict.
Oh.
I'd been trying to figure out why you commented that this quest was cruel.
Ah, so now it all comes to a head.
Even if we assume all of us can win, we need at least 4 more people. And preferably they'd be a single party of 11.
Why?
That way we can split the 3 cards among 3 teams without a fight.
And that's the end of chapter 157. Onwards to chapter 158. Chapter 158. 2 of a kind plus 1? 2 of a kind plus 1? And then we get to the guy who said that this whole quest was cruel. And everyone's just chilling at a table eating, apparently.
Can you think of anyone we could recruit? We only have 5 magnetic forces and companies between us. We can't afford to guess wrong.
Do you know anyone?
Why do you think I'm playing by myself?
I can't put faces to a lot of these players' names.
The lists in their binders are constantly growing.
Well, the strongest person on our list would have to be Krollo. But Kurapika was positive it wasn't him.
Oh, there's still Killua.
Well, the strongest person on our list would have to be Krollo.
But Kurapika was positive it wasn't him. Oh, how about asking Benolt?
Nah, I don't know. Actually, is he even still around?
Here he is, but the light's off.
He must have left the island.
Or he could be dead. The light goes off when a player leaves Greed Island or dies. Do you know Jeet? The guy killed in Antokiba?
And Jeet is the guy that we first saw, the first victim of the bomber that we saw earlier.
His name should be in your binder too.
And it is, but the light is slightly dim a little. Because some of them look like bright white, and others look like gray.
Oh yeah, a bunch of them are dark.
May I take a look? Gashta, Cusco, Zenju, hunters hired along with us.
Yeah. I was waiting for Killua at the starting point.
You know everyone hired by Batara?
No, just the few I've met through work. Gashta and Zetsk are brothers, better known as the Bellum brothers. They're good, but they'd never work with anyone. Let's see. Sakisuke is also pretty skilled in combat, but not as much as me, and he's very greedy. You can be sure he'd demand more than his share.
We'll keep him in mind for now. This one after me, Latarza, is the one who cast a spell on me.
The ones between him and Nikes we must have passed on the street. We met Asta and Zeo so early on, I don't remember when.
Oh, here's Kazul, so it's when he...
And here, Kazul's name doesn't have an E on it. So I can't even tell if what I've read beforehand was the official name or if it was just a grammatical error.
Here's Kazul, so it's when he took the Sword of Truth.
Could you just focus on people who have a chance?
It's hard to tell.
I can't remember them well enough. Means they weren't memorable.
I can think of someone we haven't met yet.
Who?
Sazgera. Oh,
I guess so. But I'd rather not ask him.
Huh? Why not?
They have just as many cards as the bomber. Unless we're going to somehow get them to help us without giving them a card.
Our other choice is casting Collision to talk to random players we've never met. Doesn't sound like a good idea.
I think we should first find out who Krollo is.
Huh? It's gotta be someone in the troop. They were at the auction. I bet they were the ones who stole the Joy Station.
But why didn't he register with his own name?
Good question. Maybe it means nothing. Sometimes I've used the handle Evans.
But you're here in person, so you're Killua. There must be a reason. It's been a while since we saw his name. Isn't it weird that he's still here?
No, it's not. We're still here.
We have a purpose. If he's one of the troop, why is he here?
Well, to clear the game.
Why not play under his own name then?
Back to square one.
Why pretend to be someone else?
Back to square one.
And then other guy speaks up. I don't know the details, but maybe the first order of business is to find out if he's here to clear the game or not.
How do we find out?
Cast clairvoyance on him. He's been here a while, right? He should have a few cards by now if he's any good.
Oh yeah, if he were here for something else, he wouldn't be interested in the cards.
Exactly.
And then it shows that this player has 0 cards in their specified slots, 6 cards in their free slots. The only cards he has are food and water.
He's not playing the game at all.
So he's here to do something else then. That's good news for us.
Huh?
If he's not interested in the game, we won't have to give him the card.
Maybe, but if he's really in the troop, forget it. We'll only see what he has to say.
Why bother then? It's gotta be one of them.
But I still want to know why he's here.
You're an idiot! You want to stroll up and ask him as if he'd tell you?
Fine, so I'm an idiot. I still want to find out.
Suit yourself.
I will.
Are they okay?
It happens every day.
And then we cut to when all of them are basically gone.
Here we go.
Just do it already.
They look like a couple of kids to me. Only the impact Gon made in the tryouts and their current number of cards are keeping me from bailing. I'm worried.
Company on! Krollo Lucilfer.
And they go flying into the air, and they land towards somebody who's just, I don't know, just out in the open, in the middle of a lake, and they land, and it's, oh, I know that speech pattern anywhere. Well, well, unexpected guess.
That voice!
Hisoka!
Long time no see. And then he just starts radiating that bloodlust aura Nen that he always has around him. And both Gon and Killua put up their own Nen around them immediately. I knew it. You've matured a lot, haven't you? It's obvious when you tense up. You must have found yourselves a good coach. And mind you, Hisoka is just out here in the open. Ain't got no drawers on. Just taking a dip. Just out here in the open with no drawers on. You'll continue to ripen into sweet fruit. I don't like how they did this speech bubble because I know what it means. I'm not even going to describe it. I don't like it. But he goes, you'll continue to ripen into sweet fruit. That's going to be stuck in my head now, just the way that they did this. I don't like it. And everyone is put off by it, with the big guy going, who is this pervert? Is he Krollo?
No.
Are you their mentor? And the guy just looks at Hisoka and just goes, no. And then Hisoka looks at Biscuit, and Biscuit looks at him, but Hisoka's looking at her thinking, doesn't seem the type. But Biscuit is literally drooling, staring at a naked Hisoka. And then she just runs off squealing. Remember, Biscuit is older than everyone else here.
A feast for the
She's the one. A transmitter, I bet. So, what do you want with Crollo?
I have a question. What are you doing here?
And then time passes and Hisoka puts his clothes back on. What to do? If I tell them the truth, they'd probably try to stop me from meeting up with the exorcist. That could be interesting in itself, but I don't want my battle with Crollo postponed any longer. I'm looking for Crollo.
And that gets both of their attention.
You see, there's a way to remove Kurapika's Nen from Crollo. Exorcism. Well, that spares me from explaining it. Darn, I wanted to surprise them. I wanted to let Crollo know, but I don't know where he is. Then I remembered some of the spiders were interested in this game. They would probably have an idea where he went. With this handle, I'm certain they'll try to contact me.
Oh yeah, he was only pretending to be one of them.
Yup. He might know about exorcism already, and finding a good exorcist is said to be more difficult than finding the abominable snowman. But I wanted to do everything I could to be able to fight him. Now it's my turn to ask. You didn't come here just to ask that, did you?
And then Gon just goes,
Yes, we did.
and Hisoka's all like, ugh.
He insisted on seeing you in person. I was reminded of Mr. Goto's warning. Everyone keeps trying to deceive us.
And then Biscuit walks up and goes,
We're looking for someone very powerful. Won't you please help us?
and she's using her
Won't you please help us?
cutesy eyes. And then Hisoka just goes,
Huh? Sure. Why are you looking for someone powerful? I have time to kill. Wait, I'm not sure he's safe.
Yeah, you don't know him. Oh, come now. I can feel a kinship with him.
and when Biscuit turns towards Gon and Killua, she writes out the words "he's lying" in Nen for them to see.
So here's the story.
I'm really worried.
And that's the end of chapter 158. Onwards to chapter 159. Chapter 159. Ai, the City of Love. And they're traveling through this swamp thicket of trees?
It's more that he's hiding the truth rather than outright lying. How do you know? Gut feeling, of course. What? That's it? After 50 years of lying through my teeth, I can tell whether someone's telling the truth. That does sound convincing. If he's hiding something about Crollo, staying with him will enable us to keep an eye on him. Plus, he's pretty powerful, right? Yeah.
And as they're walking, Hisoka is behind everyone while they're walking. And Hisoka is just slightly trembling, just going, and both Gon and Killua just feel this shiver of unease and uncomfortableness around them.
He's staring at us, isn't he? You walk in front!
We need 10 more people, right? Yeah, preferably people like you who aren't interested in cards. Any ideas? No. Everyone is here to clear the game, right? I doubt there are any more eccentrics like me.
And then Biscuit is looking at him going,
I still get the feeling he's hiding something.
and she's looking serious at Hisoka while his back is turned. Then when he turns, she goes like, with the cutesy face all over again.
By the way, was it someone's ability that flew you over here? That was a game spell. Oh, so that's what they are. I hear you buy them in a shop, and you don't know what you'll get. Yeah, there are 40 spells, so it's hard to get what you want.
Something doesn't make sense. It doesn't click. If he's not telling the truth, then there must be an inconsistency in his words. He came here looking for the spiders to ask where Crollo went. There must be a clue in there somewhere.
You can see it now. Aye, aye, the city of love.
And we see a city in the distance that's basically like built ever ascending upwards on this hill. And at the top of the castle is like this big gigantic heart that's at the top.
Here you can enjoy meeting all kinds of people.
And the heart is saying true love. What? Marriage. Marriage is what brings us together today. With love. True love.
Twelve?
Here you can enjoy meeting all kinds of people.
My glasses!
And then some woman with glasses, like swirly glasses, drops down. And then Hisoka goes,
Want to get to know her? Pick them up. Huh? This place is full of these cliched scenarios. Oh, watch the corners.
and while bigger dude is rounding a corner, he bumps into someone. And it's a girl going,
Watch where you're going!
Oh, sorry. You okay?
Be careful, I'm gonna be late!
Don't apologize. Say you watch yourself and get into an argument with her, or she won't remember you. Her story needs a rocky start, and then she slowly warms up to you.
That's a cliche, alright.
Hi, I need a model for a salon.
Sure! Hey! That's not why we're here! And turn that girly act off! But I wanted to get a haircut. Stop it!
Come on, don't be so cold.
Let me go or I'll scream!
It's literally a town filled with nothing but cliches.
Go on, nobody will save you.
We run this town. Nobody will defy the Donda gang.
Hold it right there! And then Gon just interrupts them, and he winds up getting smacked in the back of the head by Killua and Biscuit.
That hurt! You hold it, idiot! Don't pick the most cliche of them all! What are you thinking?
She's not one to talk.
Yeah, come on.
Go away! But they're harassing her! She's an NPC! Help her when we have more time! Say, this town is too distracting. You're right. Let's go somewhere else.
You think so? It's great for killing time when you're bored.
And that's when it catches Killua's attention.
Bored. Now I know what didn't click. It's the location, the place where we found him. What would I do if I entered this game to look for someone? You find out about spell cards early on and how important they are. Gon and Biscuit met Hisoka while I was gone taking the hunter exam when they were training near Masadora. Hisoka was in Masadora. And if I were him, I'd stay in Masadora. That's where most players come to get spell cards. If he were really looking for the spiders, he'd keep waiting there.
It's great for killing time when you're bored.
He's bored, with nothing to do. So he's not looking for them. Or maybe he found them already. That's it! That fits Biscuit's feeling that he's hiding the truth. Hisoka has already found the spiders and is waiting for something. And what would he be waiting for? What else? An exorcist! There's an exorcist here, on Greed Island, and Hisoka and the spiders know it!
And that's the conclusion Killua came to. You see, I wouldn't have come to that conclusion.
Killua? What's wrong? Huh? Nothing. Going out with the princess
Gets you a rare card.
I can't tell Gon. He's a terrible liar. Is he mad? If Hisoka realizes that we found out, he'd probably slip away. I don't want that to happen. We'd lose an ally and we won't be able to keep an eye on him. Say, Killua? Huh? Oh, what's up? I've been thinking. Maybe Sesgera is our best choice. He has a team of his own and it's easier to negotiate knowing what he wants. Even if we don't recruit him, we should meet him and put him on our list.
Yeah, then we can see what he's up to. The list. If we look at Hisoka's list, we can find out if he's met the spiders already.
Hisoka, can we see your binder list?
And Gon is the first person to speak up about this. Because if he looks at the binder's list, then it would allow Gon to find out that he's been in contact with, possibly seen any one of the spiders. And that is just going to spiral things out of control.
List?
The binders lists every player you've met. Could you check if a guy called Sesguera's on your list?
Oh. I never knew. How do I check?
Excellent. Hisoka would have gotten suspicious if I had asked, but Gon genuinely wants to find out about Sesguera. He has no ulterior motive.
Put this card in the last page. Then the names will come up.
If he doesn't let us see his binder, I'll be even more suspicious.
Book. Sesguera. Oh, here he is.
Really?
Yeah, right here.
And that catches Killua's attention too.
He's letting us see, but
Let's see. Oh, here he is.
they're not here. I don't see any of the spiders' names. Was I being too paranoid? Maybe he's just looking for them after all. It was based on Biscuit's hunch anyway.
I guess it's practical, but we shouldn't make him promise us payment in case he finishes first.
Hisoka, could you cast this? We'll do the talking.
Wow, these are useful. I should use them too. Contact on. Sesguera.
Contact on. Sesguera.
And both Gon and Killua are talking to each other, but Hisoka is laughing to himself.
Texture surprise. It sure comes in handy.
Because Hisoka has been using his own Nen the whole time and they haven't noticed. That's the end of chapter 159. Onwards to chapter 160. And we are almost done because we're going all the way up to 163, right? Yeah, 163. We are on 160. We're on 160. And it shows Killua, it shows Hisoka covering up the names of some of the members of the Phantom Troop using texture surprise because it shows that he spoke to Shizuku. And it shows Finks as well. And I'm going to assume that all four of the names, Finks, to Kortopi, and Shalnark, are right there in between his fingers, and he changed them into four completely different names. Chapter 160, Face Off, Part 3. And Hisoka did basically everything that I described. He disguised Finks, Kortopi, Shalnark, and Shizuku's names with texture surprise. Let's go. And they all take a company, and they go to a different spot. And they speak to Sesguera. We want 10% of the 50 billion, or else we can't tell you about strip of beach. That's a lot. Things being how they are, you'll have a near impossible time finding the card yourself. You'll understand when we tell you. We got the similar patches of forest through luck and coincidence. We bought a cloned copy from a guy who took it from a guy who wanted to buy lottery. And this is Sesguera thinking to himself. But you haven't gotten it yourselves yet? Yeah, it's impossible for us now. If we had it, we wouldn't ask for so much. All right, we'll pay. Let's hear it. And then we cut back to the lighthouse while Sesguera is making a deal with your boy. I see. No wonder you wanted to meet in person. I'm glad we came, even though we've had a bad experience recently. So you want to band together to get a card? I'm glad you're perceptive. I don't think it's a bad deal.
So you have 5 on your side. Yeah, as you can see. We have 2 more men. That makes 9. What about the rest? The others are only filler. We'll recruit players having trouble getting back to real life. We won't be able to count on them, but no worries about sharing cards. Exactly. So the 9 of us have to win 8 matches. Do you think we have a chance? We can't be 100%. Sorry, my mouse was in the way. We can't be 100%, but all save the boss seemed weaker than us. And even if we fail, we can retry with a different team.
So it depends on you.
And this is Killua speaking to Says.
Show me your end. Then we'll decide.
The tables have turned, have they? Very well. Here I go.
And Says just crouches on the ground, arms crossed, and goes, "Ha!" and launches into the air. And he's just high above Gon and Killua.
Oh, wow.
I could jump even higher. My personal best is 60 meters, 18 centimeters.
55 feet to be exact.
I bet he focused aura in his feet at launch. Let's give it a try. Ready?
And both Gon and Killua do the same thing that Sesgeta did. One try, and they launch into the air. And the next panel we see is them streaking past Sesgeta in the air. Just flying past him. And they're even higher than him.
They beat my record. How much did they improve in such a short amount of time?
I win.
Because Killua is higher than Gon. And then they all 3 land on the ground.
Not bad. Though not as high as I could go.
One more time. No, you never stop until you win. Just once more. No, you pass. Nice jump.
And Sesgeta doesn't say anything, with the other guy going,
Sorry, they're kids.
and then they go at it again.
We trust your abilities, but we'll be playing sports. The key strategy will be who plays what, though you'll know what kinds they are.
Killua, just one more time. See? No more. I won, and that's that.
So it shows that Killua keeps beating Gon at jumping higher than him.
These are the 8 we've confirmed. It's possible they'd swap them with sports they're better at if they're losing. I'll go with beach volleyball. I want to do wrestling.
I'm doing sumo. Killua, just once more. Will you give it a rest?
I can handle the boxing. I have a strategy.
Oh, I guess I'll do something else then. You never played any sport. What will you do?
I'll bowl. A perfect game will be easy with Nin, and I can imagine the tricks they'd use. I want to soccer juggle. My bungee gum will simplify things.
I'll do the free throw. I'd like to play ping pong.
So, you'll be my partner. I'm sure you'll spike well with your jumping ability, but you'll need lots of practice to get good first. I'm sure you'll spike well with your jumping ability, but you'll need lots of practice to get good first.
We'll go look for other teammates.
Hey, we got a problem.
What's wrong?
Gendru has 97 cards now.
Now all they have left are Strip of Beach and Wild Luck Exandrite.
Then it gets to the teams, the whole team ready to go back to the lighthouse to get rid of the pirates.
We've simulated contingencies and practiced the whole week. We can't afford to lose with Gendru being so close.
And they go back to the pirates.
You're going down.
And when the guy that says he's going to box, he moves in towards the boxing pirate, he's all like,
You're going down.
and all of a sudden, the guy, let's call him Card Boxer now. Card Boxer just is right in front of him.
An infighter, and he's fast. With the gap closed, there are no advantages for an emitter. Garden is more crucial, with few chances to teleport fists.
And all of a sudden, he gets punched directly in his chest.
The pattern on the ring called Divine Script serves to augment Nen. It took him hours of intense concentration to apply it, which means his teleportation only works inside this ring. He might as well be advertising how weak he is. He is not our enemy.
He's down. Back to your corners. And yeah, Boxing Pirate is down. Rodriat wins. Rodriat is the one who wanted to do bowling. Kess wins, and he was playing basketball apparently. Now we have 3 points, and Razor's just watching. He's watching everyone.
Those 6 seem good enough. This will be interesting. Hey, you guys. You can lose now. I'll do the rest.
Razor just said, y'all can lose these. I'll handle all the rest of them myself.
Roger.
Wait. I won't take your orders.
Big guy who was getting, tossed around and who basically got disrespected by Killua, he's still feeling some type of way.
Wait. I won't take your orders. I'll do what I want.
Hey.
And sorry, I forgot his name is Bopobo.
Kid, step outside. These burns have been killing me.
Out? Don't you mean the sumo ring?
No more messing around. I could kill you now.
Hey!
That's a violation of contract. You'd go back to jail, Bopobo.
Like I care. I'm sick of playing this stupid game. Who's with me? All of us can take him down. Then we'll just use a boat to get off the island.
And before he says anything, his his entire face gets obliterated by the same thing that blew up the boats the Phantom Troop rolled in on. His face gets hit by it, and the force of it was so hard, his brains literally go flying out of his head off the other side from the hit. That's how hard he just got hit. Everyone locked in immediately.
Breaking the taboo warrants severe punishment, or didn't I tell him?
You did.
Did he think I wouldn't follow through? Fool.
And all the people who are on the side of Gon and Killua, like the extras, other than the strongest people, they're all terrified.
Now then, I'll go next.
And this foreboding aura just looms directly behind Razor. And that's just a page where it just lists some more cards, but I'm not going to read that. That's the end of chapter 160. Onwards to chapter 161. We're almost done, ladies and gentlemen. Then I'm going to eat myself some food, and then I'll schedule the Borderlands session just a little bit later. Chapter 161, Face Off, Part 4. And Bopobo is just dead. Just dead laying on the ground. So he won't be able to get that rematch with Killua now.
Why are they killing each other? They're crazy. We can't do this.
Hold on, we're the only ones who'll fight. As we explained... Oh wait, this says Gera. As we explained, you guys can quit if we can't win 8 matches between us 9.
Are you sure? 'Cause we're not fighting.
Yes, you'll be safe. These inept maggots don't deserve to be on this island. They can't handle anything by themselves, yet they mouth off as if they're double-star hunters.
I hope so.
They don't matter. Our problem lies elsewhere. He clearly has more aura than anyone else. There's no mistake. He's a game master.
And then Killua speaks to Razor.
Say, now that he's dead, what happens to the sumo?
Go ahead, count it as your win.
But we haven't decided who'd fight yet.
Smooth.
And this is Biscuit in the background saying smooth.
After all that insistence that he do it.
I don't care who wins by default. You can pick one of those guys who are obviously filler.
Okay then, you won, Sumo.
Huh? Who? Me?
We have 4 points. We're off to a good start.
And then it cuts to the other pirates dragging off the dead body of Bopobo.
My sport requires 8 people. Dodgeball.
Oh, this is going to be bad. And then all of a sudden, people start appearing around Razor straight out of the ground. And they all have hats on their heads, but they don't look human.
Pick 8 members from your team. I have mine already.
This must be his Nen ability. He's creating multiple people to be on his team.
Hold on. How do we decide the outcome?
1 point per person.
1 point per person, right?
Yes, that's right.
So the winning side scores 8 points.
Simple, right? So that's how it works. No matter how many points we win against the small fry, Razor makes up the balance by himself in the end. Razor and his 14 devils. The 14 devils is his ability.
And it shows all these humanoid figures all around Razor, and they all have numbers on them, on their hats and on their shirts. Or on the front of their clothing, because some of them are not even wearing shirts, they're wearing just full-on onesies.
I don't want to go near them.
Me neither. I don't care if I can't go back home.
We're leaving! Wait! You don't have to fight! Once the game begins, you can get hit on purpose. You gotta be kidding me! You saw him! That ball could kill us!
We'll be using a regular ball, by the way. Though with Nen, it'll be just as destructive.
And the... just the casual way he's saying all of this.
Though with Nen, it'll be just as destructive.
And all of the filler immediately get terrified hearing this. That's it. I'm out of here.
I don't want to die.
Wait.
We'll think of it. We'll think of a way.
And that's Killua. Things are looking bad. Effectively, we only have 6 people. We have to pick 2 losers whether we like it or not. They'll have to be coaxed back somehow.
Let's do it by ourselves. We have to risk our lives. Let's not force it on people who can't. Do you mind if we only have 6 people?
I sure do. That won't work. You can't compete without the required number of people, or there'd be no point in making you assemble a group of 15.
Don't give me that. You're by yourself. And maybe there's no point in debating with a game character, but... Wasn't Bopopo your friend? What did he do to deserve that? What did he do that deserved death?
Robbery.
Word I can't say on YouTube. R word I can't say on YouTube.
Murder. At least 11 known cases. This game is taking place in real life.
What?
We're not in a virtual world. Greed Island is a place that really exists.
And now they realize. Everyone realizes.
It's a taboo to let players who believe they're in a game find out. Bopopo was executed because he broke it. Oh wait, it's a taboo to let players who believe they're in a game find out. Bopopo was executed because he broke it. Razor is a game master. He's a real live person.
A game master?
One of the people who created this game.
What? What? But then...
Bopopo and the others are real death row convicts. Pro hunters sometimes hire them under contract of absolute obedience. Bopopo refused orders and even instigated mutiny. It warranted an execution. If Razor had let it go, he would have been punished.
We're... in real life?
That's right. Darn, I wanted to explain.
And that's Hisoka saying this.
I never realized.
It never crossed my mind.
And then the volleyball goes, hits the ground.
It doesn't matter either way. We're still isolated from the outside world.
Hold on a second. If this is real life, then is Geen here too? On Greed Island?
Geen? I get it. You must be Gon.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Razor's body just completely illuminates with Nen.
Your dad told me not to go easy on you when you got here.
And the face that Razor is giving off is just like, yee, is all like,
Your father told me not to go easy on you and when you got here.
and he's smiling. Mind you, we have yet to see Razor's teeth at all. He's just been smiling this whole time whenever he speaks.
Your dad told me not to go easy on you when you got here.
And at first, Gon is taken aback, but then he starts smiling, his eyes shining. So many messages coming through. All right, that's enough. You're being a little bit too loud now. How's everyone holding up? Y'all holding up okay? Just wanted to be sure.
This is insane. I don't want to die.
You can't pay me enough. I'm out of here.
Hey,
Let them leave.
but the match.
I'll be 3 people.
And then dude brings up like these humanoid Sasquatches to fill in the roles.
You're doing the same thing, so it's no problem, is it?
Yes.
Just fine. Now it's 8 versus 8.
We have Razor and his team, and then we have the team of Gon and his team.
Here are the rules. Each team starts with 7 players in court and 1 retriever. The team with 0 players left in court loses. When a player in the court gets hit by a ball, he's out and becomes a retriever. However, 1 player, including the one who started the game as the retriever, is given the chance to come back in court. Say back to do this at any time. Theoretically, one may do it at the beginning for a team to start play with all 8 people in court. But if you have no retrievers and the ball rolls out, the other side will gain possession. Listen up, this is important. We will play by the cushion rule, meaning ricochets will remain live as long as the ball hasn't hit the floor. For example, if the ball I throw hits player A on the other team, bounces off him, and hits player B before hitting the floor, both A and B are out.
I remember having that sort of happen when I was in elementary school. Rebounding off of people, it was rare for it to happen, but when it happened, it was all like, oh, that was cool, before you promptly got hit by a ball as well.
But if B catches the ball, A is safe, right? Right! But if the ball I throw hits player A and next hits my teammate C, then falls to the floor, C will be out. But if C catches that ball, A is still out. Indeed!
Either dodge or catch the ball.
Any questions?
Can a retriever take players out?
Of course, but the only one who can come back in court is the one who says back.
And then we have one creature next to Razor go with a 0 going,
We will now begin the match. I am number 0, the referee.
Retriever for Team Razor, number 1. Retriever for Gon's team, Gorainu's Nenbeast. That's his name. How did I forget his name? I forget everyone's name. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. I forget everybody's name. Gorainu's Nenbeast.
Play begins with a jump ball. Ready?
And
Go!
And number 0 tosses up the ball, and Killua jumps up high. And spikes the ball, while one of the numbers just dodges out of the way, intentionally, confusing Killua. And then all of the other numbers prepare as well, with Razor going,
You can have the first shot. Think you can afford it?
and Gorainu goes in for it, and that is the end of chapter 161. Onwards to chapter 162. Chapter 162, Face Off, Part 5. Let the game begin! And then we just start the dodgeball game.
This is my way of saying hello.
And Gora Inu throws the ball at number 4, and it hits number 4. And number 4 falls over. This seemed too easy.
You got one!
The first of many.
And then number 4 is walking off court and smiling as Gora Inu's Nenbeast throws the ball back.
Here I go again.
And Gora Inu takes out another one. This is bad already. I'll tell you why. You're getting multiple hits in a row. This is going to cause you to be filled with confidence that, oh, this is going to be easy then. They ain't got nothing going on. This is a ploy. This is a ploy. This is an entrapment. This is an entanglement. Ta! And Gora Inu takes out another one. Another one! This'll be easy. And then the ball goes back to Gora.
Good. We're ready.
Razor, you see, this is what I meant. 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 He said like, oh, you took out 2 of our people. Good. Now we're ready to play. It was a ploy!
Good. We're ready. Huh? What did you say? We're ready to crush you. Oh?
Great. Go ahead and try! And then Gora Inu throws straight towards Razor, and Razor catches the ball with one hand. Without so much as a little hint of effort.
He caught it with one hand. Now then, time to fight back.
And then Razor is bringing his arm back. I don't trust this. He's bringing his arm back, and Gora is looking kind of nervous.
Is he passing from that far back?
And then Razor, with every bit of strength he has, throws the ball straight towards him. It is so fast, it literally catches on fire.
Fast, fierce, gotta dodge. Can't catch it? Can I? No. Death. Why, Gora Inu, Alabaster Sage?
And Gora Inu cloaks himself in Nen. And the ball goes flying. The ball goes flying, and it winds up hitting their own retriever, taking its head completely off.
Nice rebound.
And then all of a sudden, Gora Inu is outside of the court all of a sudden.
Gora Inu is outside the court?
I see. His ability is to switch places with his Nenbeast.
If that hit him, oh, now it makes sense, because the Nenbeast is in the midst of all the players of Gon's team instead of being on the outside. But he switched places with him.
His ability is to switch places with his Nenbeast.
And then the Nenbeast dissipates.
The Nenbeast. Pulverized. The result of Razor's attack in Gora Inu's mind. He instantly perceived the disparity in power.
He wasn't able to overcome this fear overnight, much less during the game. He won't be much help anymore.
The Nenbeast is out in this case, right?
Yes, it's a Nen ability, so it's allowed. But Gora Inu will need to use up the back command to come back in court, unless he uses the ability again on the other beast.
And Gora Inu is looking kind of nervous, but goes,
I'm not through yet.
next! And then Razor throws it outside of the ring towards one of his own people.
A pass?
It's insanely fast.
And the passes go between all of his numbers that got knocked out of the ring, because when they were walking out of the ring, they were walking to specific spots. And with Razor, he's rebounding the shots in between them. And they're not, no, he's not rebounding. They're passing it to each other ridiculously fast.
They're passing at ultra high speed. They're too fast.
I can't follow the trajectory.
Even Sezgera can't keep up with it. And it goes sailing, and it looks like he dodges it until one of Razor's numbers comes up behind, grabs it, and throws it straight towards him.
Sezgera! Behind you!
And then Sezgera gets hit by it, and he gets sent flying. And then Killua catches the ball.
So much momentum. Like getting hit with a bowling ball. It hits Sezgera bouncing still. We're in trouble.
The ball has so much weight to it, yet it just bounced off of Sezgera, knocking him to the ground, and Killua caught it. Yeah, they're about to get hurt. They're about to get hurt. And Sezgera got hit so hard, he is now on the ground coughing up blood.
You avoided fatal damage by focusing your aura on your back upon hearing the warning. The broken bones might have ruptured his organs. Someone give him first aid. Don't touch me. I'm fine.
But Sezgera gets up, and then he just falls back to the ground again.
If you are injured and unable to resume play, you will be removed from the game. However, if you win, you will still be counted for your team and receive the full 8 points, so don't worry.
And then Sezgera's men check on him.
Are you alright? Yes. I'm out of shape. This is what I get for being overly cautious and choosing only battles I can win. It'll take months to even get my instincts back. Darn it. I should still be better than them in overall combat abilities, combat skills. But now, they surpass me in agility and reflexes.
And Sezgera is just thinking about all of his options and everything.
I'd forgotten what it was like to be so earnest in my efforts. I'll have to start over from the basics. I haven't practiced them in years.
And then we get Killua.
Ideally, we'd keep getting outs without giving them the ball somehow.
And this is Killua thinking to himself. And then we get Gon going, Hisoka!
Sure, give me the ball.
Oh yeah, the bungee gum!
And it shows Hisoka throwing the ball at one of the numbers, but using his bungee gum to retract the ball back to his hand.
The ball can be retracted back to his hand!
Let me have some fun. This isn't how it ends, is it?
Bring it on. And that's the end of the chapter. Onwards to the last chapter for today's reading. Then I can eat my lunch. And then we'll have a little bit of fun with Borderlands a little bit later on today. Possibly around 4. Chapter 163, Face Off, Part 6. That's 3! Only 5 more rounds to go!
Hisoka can attack over and over with bungee gum. Now the question is, in what order do we pick them off? I have a question. Can the last guy standing say back the instant he gets hit to come back?
No! When the last player gets hit, there will be nobody left in the court for a split second. But if someone else says back at the same moment the last person gets hit, that will be allowed. Only the person who says it gets to come back. You can't transfer it to someone else.
Okay. Hisoka.
I know. We get Razor last.
And we get Razor thinking,
He throws well. I doubt 2, 6, and 7 can catch it. Here I come.
and he throws the ball directly at Razor.
Seems good enough. If we're lucky, it'll bounce and hit both 6 and 7.
And then all of a sudden, something steps in and catches the ball. No. It's not something steps in and catches it. apparently 6 and 7 combine into one being, and this new being 13 now catches the ball.
13? They merged?
And Hisoka is still holding on to the ball, but 13 has a strong grip and won't let go.
He's a tough one.
Is that allowed?
Yes, it is.
Does that mean splitting is allowed too?
Yes, but you cannot go over the original total number.
It's our ball now.
And this is Razor saying this. Then we get Gon and Killua.
Now we'll have to get it back from him. To stop that ball, we need Ken.
And they start using Ken, and Razor can see it.
Oh? Their auras are extremely smooth. Almost beautiful. They've been practicing. They'll be able to quickly adjust their defense and offenses. But if Razor throws with full force, even Ken won't save them. They'll have to get the ball back knowing they'll get hurt. Will it work?
So, you can manage Ken.
Then you won't die. If you're lucky.
Something about the way that Razor just continues to have this smirk on his face just terrifies me.
If you're lucky.
And both Gon and Killua lock in.
Ready? Gon?
Bring it!
And then Razor puts even more strength into this throw. Like, you know when you see a baseball player hike their leg up all the way? Yeah, Razor does the same thing, putting his whole arm all the way behind him. And then, with all of his strength to the point where even his face is like moving from how much centrifugal force he's applying to his own body, even Sesgeta realizes this is a bad one.
Oh my god, run! You'll die!
And then Razor throws it, and all we just see is a beam. All we see is a beam. And then we see Gon just take a stance and put his hands up to his head and goes,
Ko!
and while he's standing there, the ball appears to start to rebound against his Ko, but it's so forceful, it knocks Gon off the ground and straight out of his shoes. You realize how hard you got to hit someone to knock them out of they boots that go up halfway they leg? Huh? Knock this boy right out of his shoes and into a wall.
Gon!
Where's the ball? And then all of a sudden, there's a big old in the roof, and it shows the impact of the ball hitting the roof, with Razor going, "Oh, the ball is embedded in the roof.
I had it built thick for just this reason. At least it didn't punch all the way through."
Look how far it's embedded. It ain't coming down. Gon! Are you okay? I'm fine. Yeah, right.
As it shows, Gon is literally bleeding from the front of his face.
I guarded my head and hands with Ko, so my legs couldn't brace hard enough. My hands still move. I'll catch it next time.
And both Gon and Killua are just looking at Gon. And then we get Hisoka, who's looking at the both of them. And it shows that the ball is still stuck in the roof. And then we get the referee.
The ball would fall about.
And then it shows where the ball is going to fall.
The game will continue. Gon's team has possession. The ceiling is an extension of the floors and walls, so Gon is out.
I'll be the one to say back. But Gon! I want to do it.
He won't listen.
All right then, but only after we're down to 2 on our team, got it?
Begin!
Gon, get first aid.
And Killua tosses the ball to Gonreinu.
Passing back and forth is allowed, right?
Yes.
I'm fine.
As Gon now has a big old bandage that's going over over his forehead,
I'm fine. Thanks.
and he's being tended to by some of Sesgera's men. Then we get Goreinu, and it's quiet, and we just have Killua, Nenbeast, Hisoka, and Biscuit in the ring,
Hey!
and he's looking at Goreinu's going, hey, and then Razor's just paying attention, and then Goreinu goes,
It's eating away at me. This is payback, Razor.
come on, take this! And then all of a sudden, the Nen Beast that's behind Killua disappears and appears and is in front, that was behind Killua, appears in front of Killua,
Black Goreinu, Obsidian Sage!
and when he uses this move, the other Nen Beast gets traded out for Razor, and Razor winds up getting hit directly in the face.
So the black one switches with others.
You got me. As Razor's been hit. And that's where this chapter comes to an end. Volume 16, Face Off, end. All right, yet another wonderful reading of Hunter x Hunter. We're going up against the Game Master right now, so all should be even juicier in the next volume. Sorry for the couple of extra interruptions that had happened to Colin and Ravi and everyone else watching. I apologize for that. I'll cut those parts out appropriately, so that way this whole session can be a lot more succinct and in line with everything that's going on. But this was a good volume to read. And the fact that they're teaming up with Hisoka, even knowing that Hisoka knows something about the Phantom Troop and the reason why Chrollo is there. But this is a very interesting matchup to have both Gon and Killua teaming up with Hisoka in order to get through this game. But I can't wait to read volume 17 next week, ladies and gentlemen. So to everyone who showed up here today, all I can say to you is, hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Even check out my, if you haven't already, even check out my Patreon, because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. And because I know you're coming back anyway. Have a fantastic day, and once again, as always, later, peoples.